Your screen is visible, all of you, the screen is visible to you, hopefully. So let me not wait for the members, meanwhile they can join. So once again, I want to clear you regarding the book. This is an open elective subject, data structure, for a non-branch people. That is, we don't have a CS students here. So the expectation from your end is you should have a basics of C. If you don't have also, so in the module 1, what do we cover is all the introduction part of C, that is a recap of programming in C, what you have studied previously. All together, you could see introduction to C, constants, array strings, all these things covers all the concepts that you have studied previously when you are in a first semester. Your data structures concept starts from module 2. Remember, what is algorithm? From here, actually, for CS, we have a module 1 of data structure. But since it is an open elective, it is a prerequisite, and you will have definitely the questions that is being 20 marks questions that is being coming from this part. You may be asked to write any sort of program or any types of concepts that is explain single dimensional array, two dimensional array, what are built-in functions, strings could be asked in the first module. Clear? Once again, I request all the members to join the session. There are 34 members, 33 to 34. You could see the display, I have displayed it. We have civil students, we have electrical, we have all mechanical. So I request all the students to attend the class, or else they are going to find it difficult. So it is a sincere suggestion, because since it is online, it is difficult for me to track. Got it? It is highly difficult for me to track. And meanwhile, I'll give few of the assignments to do it. And don't take an advantage of it, please. Okay. So let me continue. So last class, we just started a very simple concept. So just have a recap. We just started. See, two chapters are there from this book, that is data structures using C. E. Balagurusamy. So I have scanned it, and yesterday I posted to the Google class. So today also I'll do the same, the part what I'm going to do. So introduction part, we had introduction to the problem solving. And once again, I just want to show you this PPT. This PPT, actually what this PPT consists of is the module, though I have written as module 1, this covers module 2 actually. Got it? This, no, it covers module 2. It is not module 1, it is module 2, that is data structure using C from this book. So since it is module 2 for our syllabus, I'm not going to start as of now. Introduction to data structures, asymptotic notation, that comes here for you in the syllabus. It comes from the module 2, algorithms, asymptotic notations, introduction to data structures, types of data structures and arrays. So you will have a very 20 marks from these concepts, and 20 marks from the basics of C, that is recap, the C recap, recap 1, recap 2. You have 2 chapters. So I'm just briefing up through the directly the book so that we can cover it easily, right? So with that point of view, I have just started. So last class, introduction to problem solving, we just discussed what is algorithm, flowchart and pseudocode, and the type of questions that you are going to see, that I'm going to display it today for the examination. So what is an algorithm? What are its various characters? That could be a question from first module. List the advantages and disadvantages using flowchart for problem solving. Okay. What is pseudocode? Explain the help of example. You should be able to write a pseudocode for find a even number. List any 3 features of C programming language. And today we are going to see what is a constant, explain the different types of constant with the help of example. I don't think they can frame some sort of questions that is totally outside. Only with respect to a program, they may ask you some different sort of program. Again, for a program, we will select few of the good programs, and I'll post it so that you study these programs, and I'll explain those programs. That is, write a program to read three integers and display their sum. To read three integers and then display their sum means what? You should input three integers from the keyboard and you should calculate the sum of it. So I'll explain this program in the future classes. So special operator, even this we will see. Write a C program that uses any one of the special operator. Okay. Programming is important because at least what I suggest you, at least you should be able to know write a program on basic terminology. That is a mathematical concept. For example, write a program to find whether the given number is even or odd. So this is just, I've scanned it today to review you, to boost your confidence on it. What exactly this consists of. See, explain the difference between get C and put C. This you have studied even in first semester. C. What is an operator? What are the various types? This I'll show you today. Okay. So all these are the important questions you have at the end of the module. So I've just scanned it for the convenient, and I suggest you, few people have taken the Xerox also, others also could proceed with that. So hopefully it is audible to all of you, right? Is it audible? Is it audible or and visible clearly? Okay, fine. Let me go further. Let me not waste the time. So we studied an algorithm. What is an algorithm? It is a simply steps written in English statements, but it is written in number of steps. If I tell you what are the steps of the algorithm, step 6. So you have step 1 start, step 6 stop. In between you write all the things. Okay, it should be in your own sentences. You need not to worry more. So we have yesterday's class we have studied algorithm to find whether the given number is even or odd. That is divide by 2. If the remainder falls 0, then it is say that it is a even number, like that. Similarly, characteristics I have not briefed up because theory, lot of theories there, characteristics, advantage, disadvantage of algorithm, and flow chart, all those things. Only the important thing is flow chart, as we have seen in the question. So that will try to focus with examination point of view. Now coming to the concept of flow chart. So flow chart immediately comes after the algorithm. Okay, that is prior to the pseudocode. So how do you write the flow chart? There are a few of the instructions to write the flow chart, right? Start and end always should be represented like this. Input and output, anything that you give to the keyboard or you display on the screen, that is on the desktop screen, that will be represented in this symbol, right? For example, here see, you input the number here. For example, 4, whether 4 is an even number or not, you input here. Again, where do you identify whether it is a even or not? Here, display number is on. So the symbol we have used is one and the same here. Got it? Whereas in between you have a decision making, that is in rhombus, and mathematical calculations. Always mathematical calculation or a computation are represented in a rectangle. Remainder num divided by 2. That is, you input the number. Yesterday you could refer the video wherein we have seen the concept how to identify whether given number is even or odd. So this was a very simple. I guess this itself could be a question for you for the first time. Write a flow chart to identify whether a given number is even or odd with a program and flow chart and the pseudocode. Pseudocode we have seen last class. So this is just a recap. So pseudocode always with few of the statements begin end. All right. Display for input and output. What has to be displayed? Read and some conditional statement. Since it is a very simple program, that is yes or no, whether 4 is a even or odd. 4 is even, yes. Only by dividing by 2, If the remainder falls 0, we say that it is even, or else it is odd. So this is a part of a pseudocode. So pseudocode, you should be somewhat careful, right? It is not a simple English statements. It should consist of some of these functions. Instead of steps have been replaced with define, display, read, if, all these functions. Okay. So we have C recap 1, C recap 2, two chapters coming into the module 1. Okay. So here is also one of the program, that is an integer number is given as input, find output whether the num is prime or not. So what is a prime number, all of you? So prime number beginning starts with the number 2, right? It starts with number 2. For what should be the criteria to be a number to a prime number? Prime number should be divisible by itself and by 1, not by any other number. For example, 2 is divisible by 2 and by 1. And similarly, 3, whether 3 is a prime number, 3 is a prime number, it is divisible by 3 and 1. Whether 4, similarly, whether it is a 9 is a prime number, 9 is not a prime number because it is divisible by 3 itself and 1. Since it is divisible by 3, we say that it is not a prime number. So for that, we have some sort of iteration. Iteration means consecutive statement. In one shot, you cannot determine that is a prime or not. You should divide by 1, you should divide by 2, you should divide by 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Till 8, you have to divide. So in that, you need to identify whether it is divisible by only 1 and itself. So in such cases, we use a looping concept. That is here he has represented for. So even we'll see that program also for I equals to 2. That is, we'll start with 2 and num minus 1 to identify whether the given number is prime or not. For example, 9. Let us take let us 9. 9 is a prime or not. How do you do? So first begin with 9 starting from 9 divided by 2, not divisible. 9 divided by 3, yes, it is divisible. Yes, it is divisible, sorry. 9 is divisible by 3. Similarly, okay. One second. So one second. Those few people have joined the session. I'll just admit. Okay. So I request once again, please be serious about the class today. Again, I could see the strength is too less. The around 15 members, it was a 18 members last class. Don't take the advantage of it. So later on, when you lose the subject, you will have a regret on it. It is not that simply giving the book and you go on reading. So I was just discussing 9 divided by 3. Okay. So it is divisible. So hence it is a, in looping statement, you could find the 9 is divisible. So hence you have to come out. That is, if mod of anything 9 divided by I. What is I? I starts from 2, 3 here itself. So 9 divided by 3 falls 0. Hence we say that is a not a prime. We immediately you come out of the loop. That is loop breaking. You come out of the loop saying is that num is not a prime. So if you could see the program, you'll understand, right? You have the program, or else let us see the flow chart. Okay. So start and stop is a common thing. You input a number 9. So I'll input a number 9 over here. So 9. So first we'll initialize I equals to 2 because we should divide from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 continuously. So we'll use some of the, that is I equals to till where you have to iterate. Till I should be followed. For example, see 2, 9 divided by 2, 9 divided by 3, till where you need to identify. You have to iterate till 9 divided by 8. But in between, if anything that is 9 divided mod of number divided by the number of I, that is number divided by, see here, number divided by mod false 0. If till here it doesn't false 0, we say that it is a, we go on increment. Is 9 divided by 2 equal to 0? No, that is 9 divided by 2, remainder is 1. So hence we'll iterate, we'll continue here. 9 divided by 3. In this case, 9 divided by 3 false, it is 0. Hence at that moment what we'll do? We declare that it is not a prime number. See, not a prime number. Or else in that case, for example, for non-prime number, we'll see the case for, let us see, which is not a prime. For example, 5. Whether 5 is a prime or not, all of you, 5. Number is 5. You have to read 5. I equals to 2. We have to divide starting from 2. I equals to 2. Is I equals to num minus 1. Till there we have to continue. That is 5 minus 1 equals to 4. We have to iterate till the I value should be till 4. So I value is here now 2, 3, 5 divided by 4. So till here. So is it 5 divided by 2? Mod 5 divided by 2. Whether it falls 0? No. So I'll increment I. Again I'll repeat. See, repeat from here. So directional, it is repeating. Whether it reached 4, we are touching. Whether it is for no. Again, divide 5 divided by the value 3. Yes. Is it mod 5 divided by 3 equals to 0? It is again no. Again I'll increment 4. Right? 5 divided by 4. So I reached here. So that moment what happens? 5 divided by 4. Again it is not 0. We display that it is not a prime. Got it? So this is one of the simple program to identify the same the last class itself. What we have, this is just to show you exactly. Okay. So similarly, you could see here algorithm, pseudocode and all. Apply the problem solving technique to find the roots of, yesterday I have just focused just to identify the roots of the quadratic equation. Calculate roots of the quadratic equation could be calculated using the formulas minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a. So for that case, what do we do is simply calculate, enter the value, read ABC, compute, you have to compute two computations, minus b and plus b, plus square root, minus square root, and display it. So begin, end, in between, define, display, compute. Computation is nothing but is calculations. And display first what? Enter the input value, the values that you are going to take from the keyboard. This display what you are getting it from the values of root 1 and root 2. This could be an examination question, all of you. Okay, even you can go through this pseudocode, write a pseudocode to find the roots of a quadratic equation. We are not asking you what are the roots, whether roots are real, distinct and all. Just calculate the roots of a quadratic equation, right? For calculating the roots of quadratic equation, what you need? You need the input value ABC. Yes. So you input ABC. Then what you do? Enter the value of ABC, then read ABC, then compute. This is mathematical calculation on root 1 and root 2. This. Now you could focus on the flow chart. Start. I said anything that you input to the keyboard is read ABC. And anything you calculation, after calculation, what you get in the same. See, is it not the same here? See how easy the flow chart is. This is one and the same. These diagrams is parallelogram. It is one and the same. This is for reading the value of ABC from the keyboard. This is the to display from the calculated value. From where do you calculate root 1? Root 1 is the computation. So you could see in the rectangular form, it is the computation. Root 1 equals to this, root 2 equals to this, right? So now, so this, I may ask you this question for internal. Write the flow chart with the program and the pseudo code to find the roots of a quadratic equation, or else it is, or if it is a conditional statement, for example, if condition, what will ask you? I may ask you to get you the prime or not, C program to find prime or not, or C program to find the given number is even or odd. Okay. So there are many examples to calculate the pseudocode to find the leap year or not. So what is the concept of a leap year, all of you? So leap year is a year, logically speaking, if you divide by 4 leap year, if it falls 0, we declare that it is a leap year. Okay, in simple language, in fact, there is a much concept of a leap year. So we'll see the flow chart here. If it is visible, so start, enter the year 2000. So it is in parallelogram. Again, display leap year in parallelogram. So you divide that year divided by 4. You divide it by divided by 4. If it is divisible by 4, we say that it is a leap year. Or else no means it is not a leap year. In fact, there is much concept of a leap year. It is not that. In this book, it is being given simpler. Okay. Because all century years are not leap years. Only few century years are leap years. So for that case, we do divide it by 400, right? Remember that. So let us not discuss that as of now. So I'll provide you the exact program for it for a leap year. What I would do is will write a program for all the cases what is given. For example, last class we have seen to identify whether number even or odd. Today we have seen prime number case and roots of a quadratic equation last class. Today I'm explaining whether the year is leap or not through one of the flowchart diagram, right? So here is the algorithm. Same thing he has explained it one by one. Major focus here is to identify whether it is a identify the problem with pseudocode, algorithm, and flowchart. That's it. And you should be confident to write this all of it, whether it is a right or not wrong. So as you know, you are from mechanical, electrical, and civil. You have much more analysis. You have much more analytical skills, mathematical skills compared to computer science engineers, frankly speaking. So you do work with lot of, you are into 6th semester, you have a lot of mathematical concepts, right? Many more theories on mathematics. So you are much comfortable with the mathematics. So given the problem, you analyze with respect to the mathematical analysis and display it in diagrammatical form. Quite easy. So this is a problem solving to find the sum of digit of integer. Find the sum of digits of an integer. Let us see, just see, read num, initialize, we don't have a value for sum, temp equals to num. If it is 0, sum is 0 itself. Okay. So the logic is quite different here. So first understand the problem, apply the problem solving technique to find the sum of digits of an integer. Okay, sum of digits of an integer in the sense 1, 2, 3, 4. If I give 1, 2, 3, 4, sum of the digits is what? First try to understand the problem. If I give 1, 0, 100, what is the sum of the digits? It is 1 plus 0 plus 0. It is 1. The program is like that. If I write 1134, so what is the sum? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. The total sum is 10, right? We have 4, 9, right? 4 plus 3, 7, 7 plus 2, 6 plus, sorry, it is 10, 6 plus 4, 2 plus 3 is 3, 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 4 is 10. So you should get the output as 10. So this is a program. So even I will try to see the program on it. So again, it requires some of the statements, that is temp value. You divide individual value divided by 10, that is mod 10, to continue as a sum. So maybe I'll explain this on one of the morning sessions, 7:30 sessions in next class. Okay, so now let us continue some other concept. See one more concept, what is the Armstrong number? Given number is the Armstrong number. So first you need to identify what is the Armstrong number. Let us review that later. So last class, overview of C, we have seen. What is overview of C? So this you have to go through. It is a middle language, machine dependent, extensible, variety of data types and operators. Overview of C formed in Bell Laboratories. Sample program, last class we have seen what is printf statement. It is a formatted output statement to display the screen. Explain the structure of a C program. So how do you explain the structure of a C program? Structure of a C program start with preprocessor directive called hash include standard input output.h. Then we have a main function. We have open bracket, close bracket. We have a formatted output statement. What has to be displayed on the screen? So this could be an examination question. Write a structure of a C program. So before I close the session, I'm just continuing. So you know that the attendance will be posted to your parents at the end of the day session. So you should be aware of this. As per the discussion last class, last day we had with our heads and your all heads of Mac, civil and electrical for the case attentiveness of the class. What do they say is the attendance will be posted to your parents in the evening once we upload the attendance to the jams. So what I suggest to you is all of you be attend to the class. Don't see today also strength is too much less. I wonder there are a strength of 30 and only 30 members have joined the session. It's really wondering because it is a non-brand subject and you cannot take it as a granted, and it is a programming, not so easy subject that you think, right? With respect to it, if you're not attending the sessions, it shows some sort of negligency. Then you better, I say that if you're not interested in the subject, you can opt for other subjects, or else you have to concentrate on the subject, at least the beginning sessions, right? We have just started the second sessions today. It is not that we are in between of the semester or we have completed 2 modules or 3 modules. We have just started the module, and it is a recap of C related to a syllabus itself. It is not that it is not irrelevant to the syllabus. So you have to explain this structure of a C program. So till here itself, yesterday I just recap fastly. Today I went with a different example. Still the strength is less today. Then is a constants. So this is from the syllabus, right? You could see we started the syllabus constants. Tomorrow I'll cover most of the concepts, that is in the next sessions till operator expressions will complete. So module 1 and 2 will be completed hardly in 2 to 3 sessions, and later on I will start with the examples. Got it? I will start with the programming, so that you should have a confidence to write a program, and examination questions I'll go directly. I'll not briefly go with the theories and all. So that's why I'm just directly going with the book. And as I said, PPT will start from the module 2, that is a data structure PPT. Okay. So meanwhile, okay, constants. So what all the constants? What all the various types of constants we have? C allows you to find the certain entities in the program. So constants. Constant and what is the meaning of constant? Pi equals to 3.14. It is being defined constant. So what is gravity? Right? Gravity has a certain constant. I'm talking with in your language, Alva? So whenever you solve a problem, given a problem, they say that this is a constant, this is a fixed value that cannot be changed, right? So constants, C also has got, this is not data structure, this is a C. C has got various constants. The constant can be of various types, that is integer, real, character, and string constant. So you have to write in the answer, we have constant, C constant, integer. Integer represents integer value, real represents the fractional floating point values in terms of point. Character constant represents the character enclosed within single quote. This is too important. Character constants are represented, it is a single character constant, A, within the single quote. String constant, that is string constant, it is a word, okay? That is string of characters. It is enclosed always in the double quote. This should be very important. While writing a program, this is very sensitive data. Got it? So integer, real, character, string constant. Then you have to explain. So we can define the constant in any one of the constants, means it is fixed, right? So this is fixed. Has defined statement is being used to define the constant. We can define constant in many ways. So following are few of the ways. For example, hash define name of a constant is G. G, just I said gravity. The value of gravity is 9 point G. So it is fixed to 9.8. This you have to write. Right. First, remember the example. Rest of the thing is easy. You remember the example, has defined G equals 9.8. So has defined is a keyword. Okay. Followed by the constant name. Constant name is G, followed by the value, constant value. See, in the exam, we expect you the syntax, we expect you the example. Right? What are the different types of C constants? Avaga, you should write these 4 things and examples. Has defines, you write this example. Has define is one way of writing the constant. Const keyword. Okay. So const keyword, example C, const float followed by G equals, here the syntax is same, right? So meanwhile, all of you give the attendance in the chat session, chat box. I request you to give the attendance in the chat session. Fast, we have less time, 4 to 5 minutes to end up the this session. So enumerated data types, enum is a keyword. Here enum is a keyword, here constant is a keyword, here is a has define is a keyword. So enum is a keyword to define constant. So enum, see, why do we use enum, enumerated? Enumerated constants is used as a constant in order to identify whether two values, yes or no, set of values, set of values. So enum constant, enum followed by option, yes, no. Okay, option is your word, you have written it. Enum in is a fixed word. So constant name, what is the constant name? Constant name is option. What are the constant values? It is yes or no, right? So clear? So similarly, constants, the question could be explain the C constants in the first module, first part, and what are the different ways of writing a constant? Hash define, constant, enumerate data. These are all the various words. So as of now today, the strength is 16. I request you all of you to give the attendance in the chat session, and I'll just display in the group also. All of you have to be attentive to the class. You cannot neglect the class, especially the initial sessions. The first month, I will cover up most of the modules, at least 2 modules I will cover up, so that you'll get the grip. Last sessions, what happens, you know, so there are few concepts which are at the higher level, you might find it difficult. So at the initial stages, they are easy, and book is made easy for you. It is same as if like a guide for you, right? For example, in fact, constants, lot of things are there. Here it is represented in very simple manner. So what are the different ways of representing the constants? Has defined, const, enumerated. First, remember the example, then you write the syntax. Remember the example. For example, here see enum followed by option is a constant name followed by the set of values. Always enumerated type is used to represent the set of values. Okay. Similarly, constant keyword. So constant, float, this is one and the same. Here we have used has defined, here we have used const. Clear? So let me stop today. So I request the participants to give the attendance, those who have not given. So as the session is going to end in few minutes. So any doubts, all of you? Any doubts? We have 2 to 3 minutes of session to end up. So I will, you can unmute and if you have doubts, you can speak up. Anyone? I could see a few people, Ganesh, Manjunath, Girish. Gozin, Kevin, Abhishek, Kushal, Manohar, Nandish, Prasad, Satvik, Tarun, Yashwant. So any doubts, I have given you permission to unmute. You can speak up.
Sure.
Any doubts, Manjunath? Going fine? Okay, okay, okay. So as I said, few sessions, it is a beginning of a C program. So in fact, online it is quite difficult to go practically. So what I'll do is I'll go with the program, I'll populate few programs, I'll make you to write those programs so that you will be confident in writing a theory. Okay. So let me stop today. So next